everyone, my name is Jasper Ramirez, and these are 5 things I learned that I didn't know before prior to this class. So the first thing I learned was the Hawthorne effect. So the Hawthorne effect is the phenomenon where people change their behavior when they don't know they're being observed. This comes from studies at the Hallworks factory, and where workers improve their performance just because they were being watched, and not necessarily due to changes in the work conditions. I thought this was very interesting because even myself, in my job, I noticed that when my boss is around or a member of higher management is around, I do tend to, I guess, work a little bit better. So I thought this was really interesting and it really caught my eye. The second thing I learned that I thought was very interesting as well was the Frederick Taylor scientific management. The scientific management is a theory developed by Frederick Wilson Taylor, him to the right, in the early 20th century, which focused on improving efficiency in the workplace by analyzing workflows and optimizing tasks. I thought this section of I thought this section was really interesting. I never knew about Frederick Wilson Taylor before, nor the scientific management, so I thought it was really cool to learn something new about that. The third thing I learned about was Shays Rebellion. So Shays Rebellion was an uprising by farmers in Massachusetts by Daniel Shay, whose um, whose main goal was to protest high taxes and debt. When the government started taking their land and jailing those who were in debt, the farmers basically fought back by attacking the courthouses. The name Shays Rebellion. The rebellion showed that the U.S. government was too weak under the Articles of the Confederation, which lead to the call for a stronger government and therefore bringing the about of the U.S. Constitution that we have today. So I thought this was really cool. I didn't really know. Um, I'm not a big person on history, but I thought this learning about the Shays Rebellion was really cool and pretty interesting. The next thing I thought was pretty interesting as well was the federal, state, and local agencies. With this right here, I was very shocked at how many different agencies there are and how each play such a significant role in our government. For one of the assignments, I researched my local police department, which was really cool because I was able to learn who the chief of police was, the members of the city council, which I didn't know prior to this course, so I thought that was really cool. Um, Federal, state, and local agencies, they work together to provide services, enforce laws, and support communities, and each have a very specific role. For example, federal agencies handle big national issues like defense, immigration, and social security. So examples of this could be the FBI, EPA, and IRS. And the next day could be state agencies, which focus on statewide concerns like education, transportation, and health services. So departments of state agencies could be the Department of Health, Department of Education, Department of Transportation. Lastly, local agencies, they take care of the community's needs like public safety, utilities, and local parks. As mentioned before, an example of local agency could be the police department, fire department, and city planning offices. The last thing I thought was really interesting as well was the public policy process. Um, the public policy process involves a series of steps to address societal issues and create solutions through laws or regulations. And there's basically 5 main steps to the public policy process. The first step is going to be problem identification, which is recognizing a societal issue that needs addressing. The second step is going to be agenda setting. With agenda setting, you're getting the issue on the government's agenda so they can finally discuss it. The third one is going to be policy formulation, which is responsible for developing different solutions or proposals. The next one's going to be implementation, which is putting the chosen policy into action. And lastly, it's going to be evaluation, where you're reviewing its effectiveness and making adjustments if they're needed. This cycle helps governments address issues systemically and respond to the public's needs. So I thought that was really cool as well. I wasn't too familiar with the public policy process at all. Overall, in conclusion, I thought these are just a few things that stood out to me the most in this class. But overall, I learned a lot in this class, and I thought it was very interesting. So, yeah, you guys have a good day, and thank you.